Guy.
Your name is Guy?
Yeah.
Well, are you that guy?
Excuse me?
I'm just really having a bad night. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, have and have not fans. Wow. I mean, honestly, looking back at this week's episode, which I honestly didn't like too much, there were some hidden gems that I didn't really dig up until the next day. And based off the fact that Landon walked up to Guy named Guy in the bar who was studying. I know some people are joking, who studies in a bar? And I'm like, well, maybe the local Starbucks was full, so he had to go to the bar to study. Now, I will say this much. We don't know much about Guy aside from the fact that Landon tried to come on to him. Apparently, he isn't gay or into guys at all. And he just so happens to look a lot like Jeffrey. In the video, my episode review, I kind of joked around. Wow, I guess Landon certainly has a type of guy he goes after. Maybe Guy is a ghost of Jeffrey in terms of, guys he's been with and guys who he wants to get with, because obviously him and Charles will never be a thing. But it wasn't until I sat down and thought, number one, hopefully he's not studying to be in law school. It's almost like every single, I don't even think I should say young adult, but more like every college age character has been studying to go to law school. Candace, Amanda, Melissa, maybe Guy, and I think several other characters have been mentioned to be studying for law school. I'm like, not everyone in this show is going to study and be a successful lawyer or judge. But in any case, the reason I'm doing this video is Guy might be Jeffrey's half sibling, because remember last season, Veronica said that William, who just so happens to be somewhat of a spitting image of Jeffrey, who works with David, or should I say worked with David, because remember, David and Jim used to be at work all the time, at the courthouse, because they were both judges, but then they both stepped down from their benches to run for the governor's mansion. And then that got botched up, so that's why they haven't been working anywhere. But in any case, I guess this means that William is either like a judge or a lawyer, attorney, whatever. Either way, he works in the legal system. But if William really is Jeffrey's real father, but then Guy is William's son as well, number one, it would make sense why him and Jeffrey favor each other a lot. Then, of course, when William does eventually appear in the show during the back half of season 7, we might find out that he has other children. So in a way, this is actually pretty crazy, because number one, we're all guessing, oh man, is Jeffrey going to meet his real father, and what's that's going to be like? But then you also think that, oh snap, he has another sibling or siblings who he didn't even know about. So I'm not really going to sit here and say that, oh, I wonder, because some people have been speculating, I bet Guy's gay, because remember, if he looks like Jeffrey, then maybe he is William's son, and William, as Veronica said, was gay, but then went to some kind of monastery and cleansed himself, if you will, to become heterosexual. I'm not going to sit up here and guess that. No, I'm not. I'm just going to go by what he said that he's not. And you could probably say, well, Jeremy, Landon being Landon and being so skilled, he, in terms of like identifying people just by looking at them, he probably, not to sound offensive, because this phrase has been used in various shows, has a gaydar, if you will, but it was proven way back when Oscar was first introduced at the Sarandon Hotel trying to get with Candace. Candace has a much better skill set when it comes to reading people. Don't believe me? I don't remember the episode, but I know it was the one. Wasn't there an episode called Oscar? Well, in any case, Landon said, damn girl, you're better at this than I am, and I get paid to do this for a living. Candace knows how to identify people better than Landon. Hell, in episode 2, when Amanda was suggesting that Jeffrey and Candace get together, Candace said, honey, that man is gay. She knew right from the bat. So, if Candace was there with Landon, she probably would have been able to identify if Guy was actually gay or not. So that, again, that's not really the point, but I had to comment on it because I was seeing a number of comments on the episode review, and I even posted on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the side-by-side comparison. It's like, oh snap, did we just meet Jeffrey's half brother? So in any case, this might be the situation, which is interesting because I remember leading up to season 7, I was doing like discussion videos. Remember way back before, during the Lion Tattoo saga, if you will. Oh, wow. What if Derek is Jeffrey's real father because him and Veronica had sex at least once after she released him from jail? And then what if he's also Candace's father? So that would make them half siblings. But then it turns out that, ironically enough, number one, Derek being Candace's real father, we know Derek has 3 sons. So at the bare minimum, Candace has 3 half brothers. Wait, okay. Okay, it's half father. Since Benny and Candace have the same mother, are they siblings or half siblings? I know this is kind of a dumb question, but well, yeah, because if Guy just so happens to be William's son and Jeffrey is William's son, they both have different mothers but the same father, then that would make them half siblings. So Benny and Candace, despite having the same mother, are half siblings. So guys, please forgive me. I know this is like Jeremy, you of all people, with all your research, you should know this. Sometimes these videos just come together as I'm recording. But please answer the question: are they half siblings or not? Not that it really matters, but it's just like, oh my God, siblings. Okay, but yeah. So it's kind of interesting, the parallels here. So it's kind of weird. So Jeffrey may have a half brother he never even knew about by the same father who he never knew was his father, William. But then on the flip side, you have Candace, who just had a conversation with her real father, who they may meet up face to face at some point. So, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, Jeffrey and Guy might be half siblings because they have the same father. Then you have Benny and Candace, who are half siblings because they have the same mother, but 2 different fathers. This is crazy. And once again, Tyler Perry likes to write parallels between characters where some characters experience the same thing sometimes at the same time or at different points in the series. So let me know what you think. Do you think that not only will we meet Jeffrey's real father this season, but will it be revealed that Jeffrey has a brother? Not to mention how awkward it will be if, let's say, Jeffrey and Guy meet up face to face. It's almost like that first episode of Sister Sister when Tia and Tamara meet up in the was it a shoe store or like just a clothing store? I remember like the first episode when Ray and Lisa have their daughters there and then they meet. You have my face and I have your face. So that would be pretty interesting. Not to mention if Landon meets them both and it's like, yeah, this is my half brother and this weird creep hit on me at the bar and I'm not gay. So that would be pretty interesting. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think that Jeffrey will meet a half sibling? And if he does, which will make me even more upset that babyface Edmonds is not portraying William, because now you got 2 guys who look very similar to babyface, but then they're not going to have babyface. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not going to rant on that. I've already done plenty of videos doing that. But let me know your thoughts. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new and check me out on social media. Links are in the description below. And also, no, I did not check IMDb to see if Guy will be in future episodes. So I'm not going to, spoil it for myself. I think it'll be pretty interesting if he does pop up at one point or another.